The new Darkdrift Knight Everdark boss did this drop yesterday, and if you did want to see my reaction to this boss and me playing against this boss with every character, you can just go check out yesterday's live stream. I did it with all 8 characters on solo, and they were all done first try. But for today, we're just going to go highlight the Ironeye in particular, because I have been getting some requests about just what my build that I do run with this character. It hasn't really changed up since like a few weeks ago when I did make my review for this character. It is pretty just standard, but I'm still going to cover it anyway. Now, I'm not going to take this particular setup into the run, but yeah, it's pretty much to the final boss relic. We're going to have +1 character skill use, and then the Evergel relic. Like, these are the most important things. Now, I'm not going to run the Evergel relic for today, and the reason being is because I find the playstyle incredibly boring. I do not like the meta at all. I hate running from like the corner of the map to another corner of the map and just fighting these shitty ass bosses and hoping that I get stone sword keys in these boring forts that we have to clear out. I'd rather just fight like the more interesting field bosses and clear out the middle castle to get like lots of runes. It's just more enjoyable to me. I just do not like this at all. Makes the game feel pretty stale, but the power is undeniable. And like, it can be pretty cool your first few times when you're just doing nothing but just clearing out Evergels. It's fun to stack up all the damage, but doing it over and over again, and it's just annoying. And I hate that as the meta. I really do. So what we're going to do instead is run this particular setup. Now, the most important thing when it comes to an Ironeye build, in my opinion, would be the final boss relic and continuously switching over and over again. I know there is a particular playstyle out there that incorporates using the initial attack damage boost and then having a bow in your left hand and your right hand. I'll probably talk about this more in a later video when I break down like the best relics for every single character. But that one doesn't really perform that much better than just regular, just spamming with one bow, because the first light attack is actually slower than like your consecutive second, third, and fourth light attacks. So it doesn't really end up being that 12% more damage that you might think it is. But with this, it can be like 20, even 30% more damage every single time that you do switch. You just keep firing your bow, you switch when you run out of stamina, or when you have like a downtime where a boss doesn't really give you that opening to attack, and then you can go ahead and just keep spamming the bow. Now, the one that does boost the attack power of added affinity attacks, this one is useless. These two are pretty good, like just giving you an extra buff, which is like plus 12 elemental damage. This one's like, I think, plus 5 to 10% more damage. I kind of forget the exact number, but this only gives you 10% more damage to the affinity buff itself. So it pretty much equals like 1 more damage, which, yeah, not that cool. But this is still like a very solid relic overall. The +1 character skill use is going to be the most important character-specific relic that he does have, because, yeah, his skill is amazing. It's a broken dodge, gives you lots of iframes, it closes in the gap nicely, and it debuffs enemies to make them take 10% more damage. And if you break the mark, it just does colossal damage and a lot of stance damage as well. And we conveniently have it with character skill cooldown. Obviously, +3 would be like the most convenient. The +3 mind isn't that useful, although there will be some cases where you do end up using some skills. So it's not the most useless thing in the world. But for our third one, we are going to have extended duration of the weak point, which is pretty handy. Sometimes in solo play, you can actually break it pretty quickly. And the times you actually do benefit off the extended duration is not that doesn't come by that often, but it still is pretty important. And we do have the +3 bows equipped, giving us a 10% damage boost, which is very nice. Now, in a perfect world would probably have like +3 more bows like right here to give me more damage, having the Evergel relic, maybe having something like the poison on the ultimate art when fully charged. That could be pretty cool as well. But yeah, for the most part, this is almost as good as it gets, obviously excluding the fact that we're not running the Evergels, because, yeah, I don't like to run it. Don't care for it. But I was going to go take this bad boy into a game, tell you guys how I like to play the character. We are not doing that. No. No. Almost went into a multiplayer game. Okay, going into a solo game. Thank God, did not want to play with randoms. The worst part about playing the game. I don't like playing with randoms at all. This is much more fun to me. Anyway, what do we have here? What is my objective? Okay, we have a lightning camp right here. And this boss is like weaker to lightning damage. And in camps, actually has a very good chance of spawning in some bows as well, which is nice, because we obviously need to have a second bow so we can actually keep toggling back and forth. Now, you can still toggle off, like after the buff wears off, which does last 10 seconds, you can just switch off, like double switch this way, and it's gain that potential like over 30% damage boost, which at earlier levels, it might be around about that much with that added affinity bonus that we have. There's a flat damage amount, so it's gonna gonna benefit you more early game than it would later in the game. Pick up some random trash. I think a stone sword key can spawn in here. Obviously, we're still gonna clear out Evergels if we end up finding stone sword keys, but we're not gonna have it be the priority like it would be if we were gonna run the Evergel relic. Now we could still very well. I might as well pick that up. Please let me pick it up. You could still very well just run the relic and just not really care about it, because if you just clear out 2 Evergels, that's pretty much just 10% more damage. Actually, over 10% more damage. So, like, I could have still ran it, but I'd rather just pick up the 3 bows and not really have to rely on, like, getting RNG for getting stone sword keys, and it's much more reliable to try and find 3 bows than it would be to try and find 3 stone sword keys. Actually, that's probably not even true. But actually, maybe it is true. Reduce spell FP cost, we don't care about that. Honestly, I don't really care to fight these Lendel Knights because they have shields and stuff. We're just here to pick up the bows. Maybe we find like a lightning bow or something. We already found our 3 bows. That's fantastic. Do I need this FP restoration on attacks? Don't care about that. Go to that bow. That's cool. We found a lightning bow, did we? Yes, cool. Adds lightning to the weapon. Well, the thing is, we're going to keep switching weapons anyway, so... But I believe it adds this lightning on top of it. I might be wrong, though. I mean, it should. Like, the arrow should just be lightning, and then it should just add it on top. But we'll find out, though. We will find out. Let's go kill this dog. The beauty of having 2 dodge skills right there. Now, where am I going? What am I doing? There is a field boss that spawns in here, so we have lots of options. I wasn't trying to clear out a camp, especially with a bow and arrow against shielded enemies. But this is a Morna. We can go kill that. I don't have enough to get to level 3 just yet, because I would like that. Wait, I still didn't have that white bow equipped. Cool. Cool. Now we're level 3. We don't actually need to switch between 3 different bows. We can just switch between 2 different bows the entire time. And yes, if you did want to know, a blue bow that actually has the buff is going to do more damage than like a purple bow without a buff. So even if you manage to find a purple bow and a blue bow, it's still actually worth switching. But obviously, ideally, we want to be able to find a purple bow and just go like level up with another one. Or just level up 2, at the very least. Well, actually, leveling up 3 would be pretty nice. So I can just keep switching back and forth. Because if I'm only having 2, we're going to have to sacrifice a slot. I did not even see him do that attack. Die, please. Also, if you have like an opening to do damage, no point switching as well. That's gonna make you just do less damage. So, no point of doing that. Improved range up and attacks. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so we have a stone sword key. We can go to this Evergel. And then we would like to go grab some churches. That would be a thing that I'd like to do. What I should have done instead. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. That's fine. I should have went through the tunnel on this side, and it leads me back here. Then go through the other tunnel, then guarantee 2. Okay, what are you doing here? Go away. Yes, by the way, if you see me not fully charging the bow, the ultimate, it's because it doesn't make it do any more damage. The damage is the exact same. There's pretty much no benefit to fully charging it other than just having more iframes to like fully dodge an attack. Or if you're using that relic, that gives you more... That gives you poison, which you're not running anyway. So, I think it may go like a little bit further as well. So maybe if you're trying to snipe enemies at a further distance, or if you're trying to aim it too. The Knight's cavalry is like, where's the enemy? Where's the boss? Oh, we might as well kill it. That is why having multiple dodges is the best thing that you can do. And still having character skill cooldown, so you can spam it often. Because obviously if you use 2 back-to-back, you're still going to have to rely on character skill cooldown. And yeah, this is why he's the best character in the game and why he's completely broken. This is why he's the best. Enemies just don't even like attack you sometimes. They just like sit further back and can just keep whacking at them. Let's go hit this, these two churches. Yeah. Do I have the good merchant? Okay, the good merchant always has a chance of selling a purple bow. It's gonna cost like 40 something K. I just missed both of them. Nice. But this specific town merchant that has a chance of spawning in, it's like a 50% chance. You can sell, he sells an additional Wending Grace, guaranteed Ritual Sword Talisman and Dragon Crest Talismans, which are both good. And a bunch of weapons, hopefully one of them being a purple bow. Damage negation at full HP is great, especially with our low health. Actually, can be a chance that bows do spawn in here as well, or bows or crossbows. If you see this particular like half-broken frenzied flame towers, there's always going to be some bows here. We don't need any of them. I already have Rain of Arrows, right? Yeah. I mean, Rain of Arrows and the Great Bows would do better, and could just use that for these larger bosses. Because, yeah, Rain of Arrows is like the best Asher Word that you can get. The best one that you can get. Because it does a lot of damage against larger bosses. Did my skill not work? Interesting. Don't have to worry about shitty ass grab attacks. Now, his heavy attack can actually output more damage than like his light attack. But being that it has such a wide horizontal spread, you have to hit with all three to be able to do more damage. So if you miss with one bow or one arrow, it does do less damage than just straight up just R1 spamming. And it's gonna consume more stamina as well. So gotta keep an eye for that. We don't need any of these. So I guess the reduced FP consumption is fine. Keep rotating across. Kind of wanted to go guarantee a purple weapon. Right now, but that's fine. We can go, hopefully the circle's most likely to end around about here, right? Maybe here actually as well. Who knows where it's gonna end, but it might rotate down either way. We're at level 7 right now, we're gonna get to level 8, that'll be perfectly fine. Don't have to do anything too fancy. And we're gonna have a few churches hit up as well. And the last one's in a pretty favorable spot. I might as well consume this rejuvenating bolus because there's a chance that we fight the worm face day 1. But yeah, this expedition is way better than the Gaping Jaw expedition for many reasons. One, the boss is obviously a lot cooler, in my opinion. But the end of day bosses are cooler too. Actually, not the day 1 bosses, because you have a chance of fighting the Revenant and the worm face, which can be kind of annoying. But other than that, it's better. Especially, not fighting an Ancient Dragon day 2 every single time and fighting Nameless King instead, or I think Commander Niall can spawn in, I think. But exactly. It's big boy damage with the mark ability. Don't really know why I'm killing him, but can't go wrong with another boss drop. Maybe it's something like damage negation or health. It's not damage negation or health. Defeating enemies restores HP. Sure. I was getting my most damage. 80 damage, 75, because I have 3 red branch bows. Okay. I think your starting bow can actually do the most damage, assuming you upgrade it. But I don't really care to upgrade it, because obviously it's not going to come with any passive effects. And if it does do more damage, it's only by a little bit. And the passive effect is going to be more important. And it's going to save you some runes as well. But you could just go through a tunnel and almost guarantee a purple stone, or a blue stone. Okay, I'm here because I want to find out what this guy is selling. I should have checked what was in the castle first. There's a Deathrite bird up top there. Don't care to do that, it's trolls. That is highly annoying. Good thing about the Ironeye means that you don't have to go close to enemies, so you can just hit them at a distance, and it means you can just kill enemies faster that way. Don't have to do a lot of running. Give me a purple... Okay, he sells the Erdtree bow, which is not ideal, because... the final bosses resist the holy damage, but he's always going to sell a purple stone for 18,000, which honestly is more efficient. So just getting 2 purple stones is probably the play. Can we buy a pouch so I can buy this? And I'll go upgrade this one, because it has rain of arrows and it has lightning, which is just great. I'm not too sure if that added lightning actually clashes with the buff that we have going on right now. $114. That's fine. I kind of want to go through this tunnel real quick. We're another time. That's okay. Well, level 7 at the end of day 1. We have one purple weapon that has rain of arrows and the added lightning bonus. And we have all the churches hit up as well. So we don't have to do any churches in day 2. So that's perfectly fine. And there is... Did I pick up a stone sword key? There, I did. Cool. And next to this circle is going to be a field boss and an Everjail. So we have a couple of easy kills there. We can mess around killing more field bosses because I'm not really trying to find out and kill trolls and stuff. But we could go to the basement and maybe kill the Deathrite bird. We'll see. We'll see if I want to kill the Deathrite bird or not. Is there a scarab that spawns here? I probably could have picked up the ritual sword talisman, honestly. Actually, I didn't have the money. Scarab, give me something good. Give me something for bows. I don't think that works. I don't think the Godskin Swaddling Cloth works with bow and arrows. It's like one of the downside of using bows. It's probably the major downside is that it doesn't work with a lot of different buffs. So I think all the multi-hit talismans, and this one included, partial HP restoration, like none of them really work with bows. Which honestly, not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing. It's a tree sentinel. We can go damage this really quick. The circle hasn't closed in yet, so we actually might have a chance of killing it. Because we have the Ironeye. Lightning bow. Come out. I think this guy's weak at the lightning damage like most knights in the game. Let's go mark him. I mean, that's actually doing lightning damage. Actually, there's a chance. He can't deflect arrows, by the way, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's go pop an ult. Get rid of these bats as well, because they're annoying. Another mark ability. Come back here so I can debuff you again. Thank you very much. Ironeye is unbelievably free. Unbelievably free. Every single fight, this makes everything busted and broken. Critical hits. We're not going to get many chances to get stance break, so we'll just go with this. I need spell casting speed, so. Like, for attack, that's better than the ritual sword talisman. And there's a pretty good chance you stay at full HP as well with your centipede demon. Nice, cool. Gonna get fire damage bow. Am I allowed to get fire damage, bro? Thank you. Thank you. Funny how, like, these guys come out right before the centipede demon, and they're, like, weaker to fire damage. But the centipede demons resist to fire damage. I'm not sure about his resistances in this game, but in Dark Souls 1, he's, like, immune to fire damage. I'm pretty sure he's, like, straight up immune. Like most enemies in the godforsaken demon ruins. Okay, let's go mark this thing and mark this thing next to it. This little guy can be annoying. Oh, he dropped... Oh, I didn't have my ult. I thought I had my ult. It's fine. You get your ult back so fast. Let's go mark this thing again. How did I miss... No, break it. We broke the mark. Cool. That means we can go mark both of them, and then we can use the ult. Move. A good heal. Stay at full health, more damage. Break the mark again. Good old Dark Souls 1 bosses. Doing absolutely nothing. I should have interacted with that golden tree. I already killed the boss that was here. God damn it. Doesn't matter. Doing like 10% more. None of these are gonna help me out. Except for the sudden enemy deaths, I suppose. Level 10 after the first day. Pretty solid. Where is this golden tree? Let's go to this Everjail. Hopefully it's nothing stupid. Hopefully it's like a boss that can give me like 20k or 30k. Honestly, if an ancient dragon actually comes out of here, I wouldn't be too mad. I don't want that though. That's literally the last thing that I wanted. That is, I mean, actually the beastman would have been worse, but like that's, I don't understand why they make this one like one of the cheapest ever jails and like the most common ones. It only gives you 10,000 runes when you clear it out, and it's like it's arguably not even like more challenging. Especially the beastman one. And you get 10k out of that. It's like it's easier to fight just one like Crucible Knight. Especially if you fight it early on. Really bad. That's okay. The Flask Restoration is more valuable than 10,000. Okay, what's our... I actually didn't check what boss was right here. That was a little blunder of me. From me. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we have really good perks here. I mean, I would actually interchange this red branch bow. Because I'm going to get both of these to purple. And rather switch between 2 purple bows instead of, 2 purple and 1 blue. So it's like the only downside of this. That sometimes you might have to sacrifice a slot that might have like a decent perk. If it means getting a bit more damage. Well, actually, what was a really good perk? I'd just like run a 3rd bow here anyway. We've got to make sure that we actually do carry 3 bows. I honestly forgot that I was running the 3+ bows. Give me more damage. I did not want to do that. I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to go into this tunnel. Okay. I have no lightning weapon in the offhand, so we'll go see what happens. We'll see if this added lightning to weapons just adds it on top of the buff you have, or it completely overrides it. Because I have a feeling that it overrides it, which is not ideal. That'd be another downside of this. But if I have lightning, I should just be doing more damage on top, right? Damn. I want to keep using Reina arrows, not actually use the get the critical attack, but that's fine. What can I... Okay, I have spare slots. There's a chance that another smithing 2 spawns here as well. Poisonous mist. I could just use poison if I wanted to. Think of lightning grease too, maybe. Who knows? I don't need this staff. Okay, so now we definitely have access to at least 2 purple bows. Maybe we'll go kill whatever's here. I can't see what it is. A Draconic Tree Sentinel. That's perfectly fine. We can deal with those. I should have put a Stone Sword Key off that merchant, because that merchant can actually sell a Stone Sword Key as well. Okay, lightning is not ideal for this guy. He's resist lightning and fire damage. Not by much. So. I don't mind if you do fire breaths all the time, because I can punish them with projectiles. If you see him like stand up on his hind legs, that means he's always going to do the close attack. You can just walk backwards every single time he does that attack. I think he's a skill to get backwards. Did I actually hit him there? We can outspace that. Didn't pop them off. That one did. Cool. Kind of a wasted ult, but whatever. What am I saving it for? Attack power and 2-handing. That actually doesn't work with bows, by the way, if you wanted to know. Yeah, all of these things are useless. Fantastic. I actually haven't checked what the regular merchant is selling. Let's go buy a Wending Grace as well, just in case I play like the big dumb. Buy this, buy that. Attack power at full HP. See, it's one of those things that... That's fine. I don't trust myself to stay at full HP anyway. But I kind of would want that though. We might go through this little mausoleum place. We got a stone sword key. What level? We're at level 11. Because I'm not trying to kill the trolls in the middle castle. And no matter where the final circle ends, we're going to be in a decent spot if I go to the middle circle or the middle castle last. I could go through another tunnel and guarantee a third purple weapon. And that way I can actually free up this last slot with like a decent perk. Like maybe I could go buy that improved damage. At full HP perk. Improved guard counters, sorceries, we don't care. Actually, that might do more damage than... Oh, it's an Alpha rank, bro. Never mind. Disregard, but that might do more damage than this one. It does. Defeating enemies restores HP. I don't care about that. Not useful for a boss. Okay, jump. Thank you. Give me a stone sword key. Okay, the game literally hates me. Confirmed. That's fine. I should have just bought one off that merchant. Doesn't make a difference. I could go back to him as well and just buy the ritual sword talisman if need me. Buy the ritual sword talisman for the Dragon Crest Talisman would be better, but like I'm pretty confident in fighting this boss. So. I'll make that one. That's damage negation at full HP. I could would synergize well with the Ritual Sword Talisman. And actually go buy the perk of this guy. Actually, I won't buy it of him just yet. I'll save it to the end, just in case I find something else that's really good anyway. That's also damage negation at full HP. Some good stuff here. I came with a golden vow, but I could always forget to use a golden vow anyway. It doesn't matter. Only lasts like 40 seconds. Let's go interact with this. Go kill whatever's down here. The circle hasn't even closed in yet, so not a big deal. It's only a Leonine misbegotten. That's fine. It always lunges a lot further than I think. Hold up a second, I'm playing bad. Panic pop. I have to heal. Kind of wish... That's fine. Doesn't matter. Just damage. We found a purple bow. Unfortunately, it's an Erdtree bow. It's still going to do more damage than a blue... I think so. It should. It's like 20 more damage. Like, it should be doing more damage, even though he is resist. So, we could replace that there, and I could actually get 3 purple bows, and I wouldn't have a problem switching between 3. Then I could actually save this last slot for that damage boost at full HP weapon that merchant was selling. Probably not going to get to level 15 this way. If there was like nothing, if there was something else here that wasn't trolls. I'm trying to kill trolls. This is all useless to me. All useless. Pick the damage negation for now, just in case you fight something stupid. Guarding ability. I guess I pick up an exalted flesh. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, you give me that thing. Attack powered flare. It came with Hoarfrost Stomp as well. And the thing is, Hoarfrost Stomp actually does scale up dexterity as well as intelligence. And this character does have a B scaling, or actually an A scaling in dexterity. So it's actually going to get decent damage. And I have lots of FP. And I'm not going to be using Rain of Arrows. Could use Barrage against the boss, because Barrage does do like more damage and more DPS. Actually, this Erdtree bar is going to be good for this boss because they're really weak to Holy. Dodge that, please. That magic damage negation might come in clutch here. Gonna spam dodge. I dodged right in towards it. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. It's just such a broken move. You can't ever tell where it's gonna land exactly. Or he's just, I can't tell. Because it doesn't even go like straight in front of him. It goes like in random directions. And it's just like, I dodge right in towards it. I should just stay still and then just spam roll if I get hit by it. Like, that was the worst RNG there. Doesn't matter, everything's fine. Give me my stuff. Oh, I missed Nightfire roll. I suck. I wasn't expecting to get one shot there as well. I would have locked in. I was gonna get one shot. Did I get frostbit in there? I don't think so. I think it just straight up just did that much damage to me. Even with my magic damage negation. Okay. Time to lock in. We have plenty of time, so... Level 15 is off the table. Unfortunate. We actually don't have plenty of time. That was a complete lie. Actually, we have time. As long as we just don't die again. Actually, staying at full HP would have kept me alive there. I actually wasn't at full HP. We have damage negation at full HP. Okay, let's go ult. Thank you very much. Don't have to do all that attack anyway. Cool. Should get us to about level... Should get to 14 at the end of the day. I don't want this trash. Whatever. Critical hits restore HP. I actually might get to 15. I did buy a decent amount of stuff, didn't I? We'll get to 15. What am I concerned about? Look at this troll system here. Okay, can we not be like this, please? Heavy attack, put in work. I should be like aiming at his head. That would be more intelligent. Improved affinity damage negation. Don't mind if I do. Is there a merchant along the way? I kind of want to go back to buy that ritual sword talisman. I forgot about that. That's fine. Go to this merchant here because I need to get this bow to purple. Got my 3 purple bows. I mean, I could just go run and pick up the ritual sword talisman. That's fine, whatever. It's only 10% more damage. We have a decent amount of stuff here anyway. Okay. Could have bought the Wending Grace too. But I don't think I'm going to be dying that much, so. Although if I do play like I did against that Deathrite bird, anything's possible. And I was worried about not getting to level 15. If you don't ever see me use things like the heavy attacks a lot, or like barrage, even though they do more damage, it's because I don't like the lack of movement. I like being able to strafe and move around, like the quicker animations, and things like barrage can, or the heavy attack can have you like stand still, and longer animations, and or they consume a lot of stamina, especially with barrage. So just don't care for it that much. Especially in solo when like an enemy can just like randomly hit you if you're just spamming. I mean, that can happen in multiplayer too, but for the most part you can freely spam. That was quick. Like for a boss like this, I would never even bother using the heavy attack or barrage. Pretty sure this guy doesn't even like... He does run, never mind. Go mark him again. Dodge that. Glad that he's like pretty much the same timing as Dark Souls 3. Easy game. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to the theme. And probably buy a whole bunch more stuff. Okay, I'll take the FP and HP increase. I have been getting a bunch of like terrible boss drops. Bunch of terrible boss drops. That's like the first actually decent one. So that's not too bad. Now, do I actually bother leading off with whole Frost Stomp and actually try and procking the Frost against this boss and just like work that way? But if I get like if I switch to a Fire Bow, is this gonna remove the Frost anyway? I don't think I bother. I don't think I bother. What do I even have here? Can buy another Exalted Flesh. I don't think the uplifting aromatic actually stacks with the Exalted Flesh. We'll go buy Blind because that's gonna stack with anything. Okay, cool. We are more than set. Plenty. Uplifting aromatic. Okay. So this boss obviously does lead off with his like second phase, so to speak. Just 2 lunging attacks in a row. It's pretty cool. It's a slamming attack. We dodge those, and the follow-up attack. We can dash in towards that debuff again. Okay, now moment of truth. Ah, it doesn't actually work. That might have been a mistake. We're fine. Slam. Sometimes that's like one of the downsides of the Ironeye skill. Sometimes your dodging has to be more precise. If you dodge too far, you might get roll caught. This is a big old DPS phase. When he's transforming to this third phase, he doesn't do anything here. I think the mark actually wore off. We can run backwards. That was a perfect roll catch. It's fine. Stay at full health, more damage. That's okay. Not even why I'm attacking. Sprint please. Why didn't it sprint? Thank you, game. Exalted Flesh. So having the lightning actually does this completely override it. When the buff. This should be the 3-hit combo. Last one. He has like a lot of poise. He's like does not get stance broken for nothing. Even if you break his mark multiple times. To be fair, like the fact that we're expecting to stance break with the bow is pretty funny nowadays. Look at this dude. You know what? No, you don't. I missed! Ah, that'd been so sick. I should have used it earlier. I missed him. Let me just like outrun that attack. Whatever. Doesn't matter. GG. Not GG. Now GG. Pretty much easy mode. I should have used it earlier. I think it was a bit too far away. And I think the recoil of his bow and arrow attack made mine miss. But that's fine. Cool boss though. I mean, I made it look easy because I've killed this boss many times, even in a no-hit run, so. But he's one of the easier bosses to learn as well. But he is really cool. Probably my second favorite boss in the game. Anyway, yeah, Ironeye is broken, still the best character in the game. That hasn't changed. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. It's mainly because of the way bows actually work, and we can have a perk that just literally gives you more damage, and then that's another one that's basically free damage. And yeah, that's more free damage, and lots of free damage stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys around. See yous.